The movie opens with a wide shot of Xiangyang City, where chaos has already begun. People are running for their lives, screaming, pushing through crowds and streets, because a massive python has appeared in the city. As it starts climbing a tall building like it owns that place, the snake grabs it around the structure, climbing higher and lets out a loud, aggressive roar that shakes everything around. Cut to our main character, Hanji. He is watching the news, visible shaken after watching the python footage. His daughter Nini then tries to calm him down, saying that everything shown on TV is fake. Nini then reminds him, it's time for school. Hanji takes her along. Everything here feels normal, people smiling, working, living their daily life unaware of the danger that is building around. As they walk, we understand Hanji works as a gas cylinder delivery man. When they reach school, Nini's teacher takes her inside, and Hanji takes off for his job. Soon he arrives at a restaurant to deliver a cylinder. While placing it, he suddenly notices something strange. A snake slithering above on a leg fixture. He freezes for a moment, and then it drops, startling him badly. At the same time, we meet June, the restaurant owner, serving food to customers. Hanji sees the snake and shouts. Because of that, Chun gets annoyed and throws him out of the restaurant. But right at that moment, a giant python attacks the restaurant. Nearby, a group of girls were talking, and of them mocks a girl named Cici, saying your father lives in a dirty way. This reveals something important. Hanji has two daughters, Cici and Nini, but Cici doesn't live with him because she feels embarrassed. Hanji spots Cici and tries to approach her, even showing her something on his phone, hoping to connect, but instead, her friends laugh at her. Cici gets angry, shuts them up, and walks off to her class. Inside the classroom, things get worse. Students make fun of her because of her father. One boy even throws a snake at her, scaring her badly, and mocks her, saying that she is just as weak as her dad. This pushes Cici over the edge. She fights back, but then something horrifying happens. At the classroom door, the same giant python appears. Before anyone can react, it attacks, and one of the students is taken instantly. Panic explodes, kid screams, running for the exit. But the python starts attacking one by one, turning the classroom into complete chaos. At the same time, Hanji is outside, delivering cylinders, when he notices people gathering and recording videos. The weather suddenly starts turning bad. Curious, he moves closer to see what's happening. And then, out of nowhere, the ground cracks, and the massive python bursts out from beneath the road. People scream and scatter in every direction. The snake roars aggressively and starts chasing. Hanji immediately runs to save himself, but the python locks on in him and starts chasing him specially. Back at the school, another python appears nearby targeting Cici. Just then, Hanji arrives, using a nearby rod. He tries to hold the python back. It gives Nini enough time to get out. The three of them reunite and run for their lives. The situation across the city is now completely out of control. Multiple pythons are visible, one even coiled around a building during their escape. Nini notices a small lizard. Despite everything, she stops, gently picks it up, and puts it in her bag. Now all three, Hanji, Nini, and Cici, are being chased. They run into a narrow path, but it's blocked, with no way forward. They hide and trying to stay completely still, and the moment they get chance, they make a run for it and rush into a nearby house where some survivors are already hiding. Now the scene shifts to a businessman. David, he's calm. Too calm. His assistant informs him that the snakes have grown uncontrollably and are attacking people. But instead of concern, David smiles. He reveals the truth. This chaos is actually useful to him. He plans to force people out of the city and turn it into a tourist hotspot. Anyone who wants to live must sign over their property, otherwise they won't survive. Back at the safe house, people are discussing what to do. Chun strongly believes this is all part of a bigger plan. Someone suggests calling the police. Meanwhile, things escalate again. A python attacks another location where the soldiers try to fight back, but the creature overwhelms them easily. Back at the house, Hanji gets separated. While bringing some food supplies with Nini, the group inside refuses to open the door, fearing the snake would enter. Cici begs them, but they hesitate. Outside the python confronts Hanji. He hides Nini and prepares to fight. The snake attacks, he dodges, tries to fight back, but it's too powerful. It knocks him down with its tail. Seeing this, Nini runs toward him with a fire extinguisher. At the perfect moment, she sprays it into the snake's eyes, blinding him temporarily. That split second was enough. Hanji grabs her and rushes towards the door. This time the group opens it, and they finally make it inside. Hanji holds both his daughters tightly and breaks down in relief, but over the city speakers, an announcement echoes: sign the contracts or die. Inside, the group realizes they need a plan. Then someone sports a helicopter nearby. Hope returns. They rush to the rooftop, signaling for help. The helicopter approaches, but suddenly a giant python leaps and attacks it midair, causing it crash. Hope destroyed in seconds. Now, with no options left, they use ropes to climb down the building. Outside, an old man gathers everyone into a bus, drives them away fast. They reach a deserted area, but the car reaches out of fuel just when things feel hopeless again. Nini sports her train nearby. Everyone rushes towards it, hoping it would be the only chance of their escape. The story continues. Everyone quickly boards the abandoned train, hoping it might finally get them out of the nightmare alive. The tension is high, but there's still a small sense of hope. Meanwhile, we cut back to David. One of his men informs him that the citizens haven't signed the contract. Hearing this, David loses his temper and strikes him down in anger. Then, to make things worse, he increases the frequency waves, and instantly, all of the snakes around the city become even more aggressive. Back on the train, the old man is trying to start the engine. Nini, curious and worried, asks if he even knows how to drive it. He replies calmly, he's not that old yet. Slowly, the train starts moving. Inside, Chun notices Cici is hungry and gives her a lollipop. As Chun sits down, she suddenly notices someone hiding under the seat. Shocked, she pulls back, but then more people come out of hiding, explaining they were just trying to survive from the snakes. But then, something feels off. A man suddenly enters their coach, looking terrified. Hanji immediately suspects him and almost attacks, but the man quickly explains him. He is a researcher. He reveals a disturbing truth. All these snakes were once part of a lab experiments. They escaped, and know they've grown out of control. He also mentions something even more dangerous, a lizard that escaped during the experiments. It may look small now, but soon it will grow into something deadly. As he scans the area with a device, the signal suddenly spikes. Everyone gets nervous until it beats straight to Nini. She quietly admits the lizard is in her bag. The moment everyone sees it, panic spreads. People want to kill it immediately before it grows. Nini starts crying, refusing to let anyone hurt it. Hanji steps in, protecting her and the lizard, but right then, the situation explodes again. Small snakes started appearing in the train, biting people. Chaos erupts. Within seconds, a much larger snake enters the coach. People starts running, screaming, trying to escape, but the snake attacks brutally. The researcher panics and runs into another compartment, locking the door behind it, leaving Hanji and his daughters outside. Chun tries to open the door, but others stop her, terrified. The snake moves closer. Hanji steps forward, ready to fight. But just then, the old man arrives. He opens the door and uses fire to push the snake back, buying everyone time to move inside. Meanwhile, in another coach, the researcher and others run into an even worse situation. More snakes. They lock themselves in again, but suddenly, a loud frequency sound fills the air. Everyone covers their ears. The snake reacts violently and began growing even larger. During the chaos, Nini bag gets stuck and the lizard inside finally transforms. Rapidly grows into a massive Komodo dragon-like creature. Instead of attacking them, it turns towards the snakes. A brutal fight begins. Seeing this, Nini runs towards its lizard, but it's no longer the same. It's aggressive now. After clashing with the snake, Eat suddenly runs out of the train. At the same time, more snakes flood in. Everyone realizes they need to get out of the train now. The researcher, trying to save himself, disconnects the train compartment. The old man, however, tells everyone to climb to the top of the train, while he stays back to hold off the snakes. Hanji and Nini are heartbroken, but there's no time. The old man fights bravely, but he doesn't make it. On top of the train, everyone prepares to jump to safety. During the jump, Nini almost falls, but Hanji saves him and helps her up. But as he tries to jump himself, he slips and falls down. Sidi and Nini scream in horror. For a moment, it feels like he is gone, but somehow, Hanji manages to hold on and climbs back up. Cici, filled with anger, lashes out of the researcher, blaming him for everything. But he tries to justify himself, saying that he only wanted to survive. Elsewhere, David learns that some people are escaping by train. Furious, he orders his men to eliminate them. Back on the train, the lights suddenly go out. Panic spreads again, and then another python appears. Hanji makes a decision. He hands over Nini to Chun, and then turns to Snake. Cici and Nini cry as they watch him go. Hanji climbs on the train, drowning the snake's attention. The creature chases him across the top, ready to attack, but suddenly it crashes into a rock structure. The train derails and comes to a stop. Cici jumps down immediately, searching for her father. When she can't find him, both sisters break down, thinking the worst. Then Hanji's phone rings. A sound leads them to him. He emerges from beneath the train, alive. They run towards him and hug him tightly. Now the group heads towards the lab, a place there all of this started. On the way, They prepare making weapons knowing the final fight is coming. Inside the lab, Chun explained they need to search for a working phone and call for help. As they explore, they realize that this is the place where all of the snake experiments happened. The place smells foul, abandoned, and dangerous. They find the injections used in the experiments. At the same time, David arrives with his armed men. Cece, crying, tells her father she wants to lose him. Hanji looks at both his daughters and tells them to stay safe. Then he turns back and joins the fight. Suddenly, a python arrives and attacks David's men. Meanwhile, Cece and Nini finds a phone, but it's not working. Cece follows a cable line, trying to fix it. And then, they find a horrible sight, a snake swallowing man's body. She quietly calms Nini, trying to escape unnoticed. But the snake wakes up and attacks. Hearing this, Hanji rushes towards them, but David's men shoot him. Hanji gets injured, still Nini fights back. That moment, Hanji takes a critical decision. He injects himself with that same serum. He collapses, unconscious. Moments later, he wakes up, stronger, faster, more aggressive. He starts taking down enemies, then turns towards David. In a brutal moment, he attacks him fiercely, even enduring him badly. At the same time, Cece manages to fix the signal, and Nini calls for rescue. Their location is finally transmitted, but David, desperate, increases the frequency waves again. Now, everything goes out of control. The snakes become violent, and Hanji starts losing control too. His eyes turns red. His behavior turns aggressive. Still, deep inside, he recognizes his daughters. Instead of harming them, he decides to protect them. He holds up the incoming snakes while Chun helps the other escape. Cece and Nini cry, watching their father stay behind. As they run, a giant python suddenly appears again. It takes down David and his assistant instantly. The snake then turns towards Nini and Chun. But suddenly, the giant lizard returns, now even bigger than before. It blocks the python. Cece fires at the snake, while Chun throws an explosive. The python is finally taken down, but the lizard, badly injured, collapses. Nini breaks down, crying. Moments later, the rescue team arrives and evacuated everyone safely. The city slowly returns to normal, and in the final moments, we see Hanji has survived. He's back with his daughters. Cece now stays with him, and for the first time the family feels complete. They smile together, and after everything they've been through, peace finally returns. And one more good thing, the old man also survived. If you liked the video, stay tuned to our channel, The Silver Stories.